So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get clients with TikTok ads. So this video is for you if number one, you run ads on Facebook, YouTube, Google, or any other advertising channel like that, and you're looking to lower your cost per lead. So for 4 out of 5 of our clients who have tested both running ads on Facebook, Google, YouTube, and TikTok, they have got better results with TikTok ads. And by better results, I mean a lower cost per lead, a lower cost per appointment, and a lower cost to acquire a new client. And the reason for this is very simple, and it's simply because Facebook, YouTube, Google, and all the top advertising channels are absolutely saturated with advertisers, which means there's more competition, and that means your cost to target people is going to be higher. Whereas with TikTok ads, less advertisers right now are on that platform, which means you can target the same people on other advertising platforms at a much lower cost. Now, it won't be like this forever, so I would say make the most of it while you still can. On top of that, there's been talks, as you probably know, that TikTok might be banned and things like this. So I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok in the future. I'm hoping that it can continue to stay here, but I don't know. So again, I would say make the most of this while you still can, because this reminds me of the olden days of advertising on Facebook when the cost to generate leads and appointments and clients was very low. This video is also for you if you're new to running ads and you're just looking for a new way to get leads, appointments, and clients automatically. So one of the great things about TikTok ads is that once you set it up, most of it runs on autopilot thanks to its very powerful algorithm. And I'm going to show you in this video how you can tweak things in your TikTok ads to ensure that you get a consistent stream of new leads, appointments, and clients from your ads. And yes, this works even if you're looking to target older people, high net worth investors, business owners, and things like that. So I get people all the time tell me that TikTok is just for young people. My target audience isn't on there. And that's just not true at all. In fact, for most of my clients, they're looking to target people over the age of 45. Some are looking to target other business owners. Some are looking to target specific types of business owners. Some are looking to target investors with over $500,000 or $1 million or more in investable assets. And all of those people can be found on TikTok. So it's not just for young people. And you can actually filter out any of the wrong people so that you only target the right kind of people for you and your business. So let's get started with building the TikTok ad foundation. So this is what you need to do before you start running TikTok ads if you want to see results with TikTok. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you have a high converting sales funnel with a VSL. So in this video, I'm not going to go through how to create a sales funnel or a video sales letter, which is a VSL. I'm just going to focus on how to get the best results from TikTok ads. But if you do want to learn how to create a high converting sales funnel with a video sales letter or a VSL, then just click the link in the description of this video to watch my free masterclass training. And that training goes through everything you need to know to create this step by step. And it's very important that you have this because you can't just send traffic to your website and expect to get any conversions. You need to send people to a specific sales funnel which is engineered to get leads, appointments, and clients. So again, just watch the masterclass if you want to learn how to do that. And to get the best results from TikTok ads, it's also important that you have a customer lifetime value of at least $2,000, preferably $4,000 or more. And this is so that you can make sure that your ads are going to be profitable. If you only generate about, let's say, $500 for a new client, it's going to be difficult to be profitable when targeting, let's say, other business owners, just because of the price that it will cost you to acquire that client. So the more that you can earn for a new customer or a new client, the more profitable your ads will be. So again, the minimum is really $2,000, and preferably you should have a service or a product or something that generates $4,000 or more. And once you know your customer lifetime value, then you can use this number to calculate the maximum cost you can pay to acquire a new client, your maximum cost per appointment, and your maximum cost per lead. So let's just do the math and go through how this might work. And let's just say, for argument's sake, that you generate $4,000 every time you get a new client. So let's just make this bigger like this. So a new client to you equals $4,000, right? So that means we can reverse engineer this and work out how much you should be paying for an appointment and how much you should be paying for a new lead. Now, if a new client to you is worth, let's say, $4,000, I would say you want to make sure that at least 50% of this is profit. So that means you now have actually $2,000 to spend on a new client, or $2,000 to acquire a new client. So if the maximum you're going to pay to acquire a new client is $2,000, so you can make $2,000 in profit, then we now need to work out what is the maximum you can pay for an appointment. And to do this, you need to work out what is your appointment to client conversion rate. So from all the potential clients you speak to, how many of those do you convert into clients? So for most of my clients, it's 25%. So 1 in 4 appointments will convert into a client. So that means if you do the math, you can afford to pay up to $500 for an appointment. Because if you get 4 appointments, that's going to be $500 times 4, which will equal $2,000. So assuming 25% of those appointments convert into a client, the maximum you can pay to get an appointment should be $500. Again, if you want to have that 50% profit margin. And now that we know your maximum cost per appointment, you can work out what is your maximum cost per lead. And to do this, we need to know how many of your leads will convert into an appointment. And this can vary greatly from client to client, from industry to industry. So it could be anywhere from 4% on the low end, and I've seen it go all the way up to 20% and sometimes even higher than that in some industries. So it really does depend. So I would say let's be very, very conservative with the numbers here. So let's say only 4% of your leads convert into an appointment. That will mean that if your cost per lead is $20, from 100 leads, you're going to get 4 appointments. So we'll just put $20 cost per lead. And just so you can see the math, so that means if we pay $20 to generate a new lead and we pay for 100 leads, that means we're going to be spending $2,000 in total on ad spend to get 100 leads. From those 100 leads, if 4 convert into appointments, we're going to be paying $500 per appointment. And then if we convert 1 of those appointments into clients, we know we're going to be paying $2,000 to acquire a new client. If a new client is worth $4,000, then that gives you $2,000 of profit. Now, these numbers are just an example, but you need to basically work out what is your maximum cost per lead, cost per appointment, and cost to acquire a new client that you are comfortable in paying. Now, of course, your results could be worse than this, but they could also be much better than this. And a lot of the time, it just depends on who it is that you're looking to target. So here are a few examples from other clients. This is a client that is targeting retirees, and you can see that they have generated leads targeting people over the age of 55 with a cost per lead of only $4.13, which is really good considering they're targeting an older demographic of people who are looking to retire or already in retirement, and they have a considerable amount of money to invest. And you can see that they've had over 5,000 conversions, which means they've spent over $20,000 on TikTok ads from this one campaign alone. Now, even though a $4.13 cost per lead is really good, obviously it's much better than the numbers we had here, it does depend again on who you're targeting. So here's another example of a client who's targeting investors, and their cost per lead was actually much higher. It was $54, but they're looking to target people who have over $1 million in investable liquid assets to invest in something. So you're going to be paying more to acquire that kind of client. So they've spent over $10,000 on their ads, and you can see they've had over 200 conversions. And one more example, and this is targeting business owners. Again, just to give you an idea of how the cost per lead really can vary anywhere from, $4 up to like $50, $54, and then $13, which is kind of something in between. And you can see here there are 3 different campaigns. Each of these different campaigns had a different set of ads and different lead magnets to test what works better. And you can see that one of these campaigns generated leads at a $16 cost per lead. And then the other 2 campaigns generated leads for under $10. So that kind of shows the power of split testing and testing different things to see if you can improve your results. But overall, they had over 500 leads with a $13 cost per lead. So at this point, you might be wondering, how much will my cost per lead be? Well, the only way to know that is to start by spending $2,000 to $3,000 on ads in order to find out. Otherwise, you're just going to be guessing because there's no way for anyone to know for sure until you run ads. So once you've spent $2,000 to $3,000 on ads, you will get your cost per lead and your cost per appointment. And also, depending on your conversion rate from appointments to clients, you can also work out what your cost to acquire a new client will also be. But you need to spend a few $1,000s in the beginning in order to get back your numbers. And just remember that the first time you run ads will likely be the worst results you get. Over time, as you keep making tweaks and improvements, and as the TikTok pixel gets more data on who is a good lead for you, you're going to get better and better results over time. Now, with that out of the way, let's go through how to set up your TikTok ads. So the first thing you want to do is sign up for a TikTok Business Ad Manager account. Now, as of recording this video right now, TikTok are actually running a promotion where you can get up to $3,000 in free ad credit when you spend $1,500 on ads. And this is a pretty good deal. I haven't seen any other advertising channel do something like this. So if you're looking to run TikTok ads, again, this is the best time to do it because right now the costs are as low as they will probably ever be. And if you sign up right now, you also get some additional ad credit, up to $3,000 in ad credit that you can use. Now, to qualify, you must be based in the US and also you must be a new advertiser. And those are the main requirements. But if you click the link in the description and get access to this offer, you can also see the full terms and conditions. But those are basically the main things you need to know about. So again, just click the link in the description of this video if you want to access this offer. So once you sign up for a TikTok Ads Manager account and you enter in all your business info, set up a payment method, set up an ad account and all of that kind of stuff, you'll then be taken to a page like this where you'll now be able to set up your TikTok ads. Now, just before you do this, you also want to set up a TikTok pixel and you want to copy and paste this pixel inside of your sales funnel. And you want to have the pixel on your opt-in page, the landing page, and you want to have it on the video page, the page that people go to after they convert. So to do this, if you go to tools and then go to events, events is where you go to set up your TikTok pixel. Now, I'm not going to go through how to set up a pixel in this video. There's other videos that you can find if you want to learn how to do that. But the point is you do need to have a pixel set up and you need to copy and paste it onto your sales funnel in order to track conversions. And then on this page, this is where you can start setting up your ads. And you'll probably notice if you're familiar with using Facebook ads that the layout is very similar to Facebook. So if you're familiar with Facebook ads, you should probably feel right at home. There's just a few little tweaks you just need to be aware of, which I'll also let you know in this video. So the first thing you want to do is select the advertising objective. So for that, you want to do lead generation. Okay, so select lead generation, give it a name in here. And then for the campaign budget optimization, you want to turn this on. Okay, this is very important if you want to get the best results from your ads. Now for the daily budget, you want to spend at least, it even says here, at least $50 a day. I would recommend actually spending $100 a day though, or more, if possible, because the more that you spend, the better the results you'll get. And the reason for this is because TikTok, as well as Facebook and most other advertising platforms, they work on a 7-day conversion window, which basically means that the more conversions you get in 7 days, the better the algorithm will be at optimizing your ads to find the right kind of people. So if your budget is only $50 a day, you'll get less conversions compared to if your budget was $100 a day or more. And less conversions means the TikTok algorithm will have a harder time of optimizing your ads in order to find the right kind of people for you and your business. So again, you can get started with $50 a day if you wanted to, but I would recommend $100 a day or more for best results. So let's just enter your budget in here. Let's just say we're going to do $100 and then we'll click continue. And then here you can choose how you generate leads. Now you could have an instant form, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. However, in my experience, I found that if you want to get the best quality leads, it's much better to get leads to fill in an opt-in form on your actual website or your sales funnel. And this is because sometimes these instant forms are so easy to fill out that anyone can fill them out and you don't always get the best type of lead with these instant forms. So I like to have a little bit of friction on my forms where they have to actually go to a website and enter their name and email to get access to the information and to the next steps and all of that stuff. And to do that, that's why I send them to a website. So it usually does mean that if you generate leads through the website optimization, you're probably going to pay a little bit more for a lead. However, the quality should also be much higher. And personally, I don't mind paying a little bit more for a lead if the quality is going to be better. So that's why we typically do website for our clients. And in here, you want to select the pixel and the optimization event. So again, there's other videos that you can find on YouTube on how to set this up. Also, of course, if you're a client and you go to week 3 and go to the TikTok ads section in your client area, you'll also have step-by-step videos on how to set up the pixel, on how to, test and make sure your ads are profitable, how to set up your TikTok ads in more detail, how to create the ad creative, and how to test and improve the results. And of course, you also get access to all of the content in week 1, which goes through how to create your video sales letter, your marketing and sales funnel, your follow-up emails, how to get quick wins, how to use AI to help you get faster results, and so on. So all of that is in the training program. Again, if you want to learn more, just click on the link in the description of this video to watch my free masterclass, which goes through how that all works in more detail. And if you don't want to do any of this yourself, we also have a done for you option where we can just take care of everything for you, from the setup to the management of your ads, if you don't want to even worry about it. But anyway, just click the link in the description of this video, watch the masterclass training, and that will go through how it all works in more detail. But for now, if we go back to TikTok, let me set up the pixel I've already created. And then if we scroll down on here, I would highly recommend only using TikTok. I've tested Pangle and I haven't really seen any great results from it. So I would just stick to TikTok, and I would also recommend including the search results and leaving this on as well, because I've found that a lot of people are actually starting to use TikTok sort of like a search engine as well. So they're not just browsing their newsfeed, they're actually sometimes searching for things on TikTok, and it's good for your ads to also show up on there for anything that would be relevant to what you do. So I would leave it like this. And then if we scroll down to the targeting here, you can select your location. I would recommend leaving it as broad as possible, so we can do the United States. And then for the age, you want to just think about what would be the age range of your potential clients. So if you're targeting people, let's say over the age of 55, you can see there's over 11 million people over the age of 55 in the USA. If you want to bring this down a little bit and maybe do 45 and over, you can see it's gone up to over 25 million. Now, what I recommend that you do in the beginning is to point TikTok in the right direction by having a few different ad groups. So you can see this is an ad group, which is almost the same as an ad set if you're familiar with Facebook ads. But your ad group is basically who it is that you're targeting. And I would point TikTok in the right direction by focusing on who is likely to be your potential client and focusing on one interest or one age range that would likely indicate this is going to be your ideal client. So we've already got the age. So the next part is actually figuring out what is that one interest that would likely indicate that this is a good potential client. So one interest could be someone with high spending power. Another interest could be targeting maybe the top 5% of the zip codes in the US based on household income. Another way we could do this is by targeting the interests and behaviors that you see here. So here you can start typing in some keywords related to your business. So let's just say you wanted to target people interested in finance. You could do finance like this, and you'll get a whole bunch of different interests that you can target. And if you put your mouse over them, you'll also see the audience size on the right. So all you got to do is just click on one, like this one, for example. Anyone interested in business and finance, it will update the audience size here on the top right. And this would be one audience or one ad group that you can test. Now, I recommend setting up 3 different ad groups, testing one thing at a time. So one thing could be business and finance. Another one could be, we could do business owners. If you're looking to target, small business owners, that could be another one. If you're looking to target specific industries and things like that, or other behaviors, you can also do that. You can actually just click here. You can target people based on things like purchase intention, interest, video interactions. So let's just go to interest and let's scroll down and we'll look at business services. For example, you can see they have different industries here. And then we can also do life services as well. So people interested in different things related to their life. And also we have financial services here as well. So there's a bunch of different categories. You can see if there's anything that will be related to what you want to target. Let's just say, for example, in my business, I know lead generation is a good category for me, which doesn't come up if you look for it the normal way, but if you search for it, it should come up. So there is lead generation. So it's a little bit smaller, but there's still over 84,000 people in this interest. So again, you just want to point TikTok in the right direction and you want to have 3 different ad groups. And if your budget is more than $100 a day, let's say it's $200 a day, then you could stretch this to maybe 5 different ad groups. So the amount of ad groups you have really just depends on your budget. The bigger your budget, the more ad groups that you can test. Now, I also recommend leaving smart interests and behaviors on. In my experience, when I've turned it off, I have found you get better results leaving this on. So I would leave it as it is because the TikTok algorithm does a really good job at actually finding the right people for you and your business, people that are likely to convert into leads. I normally leave device as it is. And then if we just scroll down and go to the next step, this is where you can actually upload your ad. Now, what's great about this is that you don't actually need to have a TikTok account in order to run ads. So you can actually just go here and go to create a new custom identity. And even if you don't have a TikTok account, that's fine. You can just run ads directly to people without a TikTok account by creating a custom identity. This is the way I do it. At the time of recording this video, I do not have a normal TikTok account. I don't post on TikTok. I only run ads on TikTok. And I can still run ads on TikTok without having a normal or a business TikTok account by using this custom identity feature. Now, of course, if you do want to use your TikTok account, you can also link that together. But most of my clients, they don't use TikTok and they just run ads on TikTok. So we use the custom identity feature. And then if you scroll down here, you can upload your TikTok ad video. Now for the TikTok ad video, it needs to be 60 seconds or less. It needs to be in a vertical format. And to get the best results from your TikTok ad video, you must call out exactly who it is that you're looking to target in the first 10 seconds of the ad. And the reason you want to do this is because you want people that are interested in what you do to keep watching, and people that are not interested to keep scrolling and to skip the ad. And if you do it this way, what will happen is the TikTok algorithm will see who are the people that are actually watching the ad and then clicking and then converting, and it will automatically show your ad to more of those kinds of people. So make sure you call out who it is that you're looking to target. Now to record the ad, you can literally just record a video from your phone. You can put it on a tripod and just speak for 60 seconds or less. And the bigger the problem that you solve for your clients, the better the results that you'll get. Now, in order to really do this effectively, you really need to learn a little bit about copywriting and understanding what motivates people to actually take action. And this is more than just creating a TikTok ad. This is actually all related to your sales funnel, your landing pages, your video sales letter, and everything else that you have in order to get people motivated and excited to want to work with you. So this is actually the thing that we do with clients in the first video in the training program. And the first thing we do with all clients is actually figuring out what is that big problem that you solve for your clients, and how do you communicate that in a way that gets people interested in learning more about what you do and how you can help them. This is super important, but once you've done this, you can actually use this information for everything else that you do in your marketing funnel, including on your TikTok ads. So anyway, you want to record a few different videos. So once you've uploaded one video, I'll just choose one from a library. And by the way, when recording the videos, just so you know, you can either be on camera yourself, or if you're not comfortable with being on camera, you can actually just hire a video spokesperson on Fiverr and they will record the video for you. And even if you're comfortable with being on camera, I've also just tested hiring different video spokespeople just to see how it works. So if you want a list of the top people that I've already used on Fiverr, ones that I found do a good job, I'll leave a link in the description of this video to this blog that I've created, which goes through some of the best ones that I've used in the past. Like this guy, he was really good at creating videos. This person was also really good. Although I think he's been used quite a lot recently. A lot of people seem to recognize him now just because so many people have used him and he's so popular. But anyway, you can go through and see if there's anyone here that you like in terms of recording the ad for you. And you can also just record a faceless video, kind of like this video. It's a faceless video. You could do the same thing on TikTok ads. In fact, one of the best TikTok ads I run was a faceless video. So if we go from library, you can see some of the ads that I've run. I'm just going to do this mini ad. You can see one of the video actors we hired as well. So I'm just going to do this one. And this one was a very, very simple ad. I wasn't on camera or anything like that. And it still converted really well. Even in the first second when people see this ad, it says straight away who this is for. It's for people looking for more high quality appointments. And then in the text, you just want to say something like tap learn more to learn how to do XYZ, whatever it is that you're promising. And then in the call to action, it's very important that you do change this and you don't do dynamic, because if you do dynamic, it could say things like contact us today, call us now, or maybe other things that just really don't sound that relevant. And I've just found that it's just better to just do standard and just choose learn more. That way it won't say anything weird like, I don't know, play game or something like that, which doesn't make sense for what you do. So just choose learn more and then scroll down. And then here in the destination, this is where you have a link to your opt-in page, your landing page, the first page in your sales funnel. And then here, if you check this box, just to let you know, your ads will be public for people to see. So I normally don't recommend checking it. I would just leave it out. And then that way, only the people that you're targeting can actually see your ads. And then just before you click submit, you can also create a few other copies of this ad. And then I would recommend creating anywhere from 1 to 3 different ads, just because maybe one ad on its own might not convert well. But if you have 1 or 2 others, it increases the chances that you'll at least get one ad that does convert much better. And then once you're done, you just click submit, and then your ads will go to TikTok for approval. And then in about 24 hours, assuming they approve it, your ads should go live. Then the next question is, what do you do next? So I recommend that you look and analyze your results every 7 days. So on TikTok ads specifically, you want to be looking at your cost per lead. That's the first thing you want to look at. And then you want to look at your cost per appointment. Now, TikTok's goal is really to get you leads. It's to get you the best possible, best quality leads at the lowest possible cost. And then to get those leads to convert into appointments, that's really to do with your video sales letter and your follow-up emails. So it's still important that you look at that data, but just keep in mind TikTok's goal is to get the leads in the first place. It's not really to get the appointments. To get the appointments, that's the goal of your sales funnel and the other pieces that you have in your marketing funnel. So one of the great things about using a sales funnel is that you can look at your funnel and just see where the biggest bottleneck is in your funnel. You can see where is it not converting or where is it converting really well. For example, if you get a lot of people clicking on your ad and going to your landing page, but no one's actually converting on the landing page and going to your video page, your video sales letter page, that means there's something in the ad or the landing page and something in your messaging or your target audience that just isn't resonating with people, and people are not really interested. And even if you do get a few conversions, but your cost per lead is really high, then again, that means there's something in your ad or your target audience or your landing page that needs to be improved. And then you can test something different to see if that improves the results. On the other hand, let's just say that you are generating a lot of leads and you're getting a lot of people go to your video page, but you're not getting a lot of people fill out an application form and to schedule a call with you. Again, you can look at your video and your follow-up emails and things like that, and you can look at the data and then see where are people dropping off. So for example, in the video, what we do with clients is we look at the video engagement stats and we look at where in the video do people stop watching. And let's just say a lot of people suddenly stop watching at the 3-minute mark. That tells us maybe there's something in that video at the 3-minute mark that we shouldn't say and that we need to change or we need to remove. So we can redo that part of the video and then we can upload it again, and then we can see if the next video gets better results. And if you keep making little tweaks like this over time, you'll get better and better and better results. Now, something else to keep in mind when running TikTok ads is that not all of your leads will convert into appointments and into clients straight away. Now, you always do get a small percentage of your leads convert into appointments initially quite quickly, but the vast majority of your leads, like 80-90%, most of them will convert later on through the follow-up emails. So that's why it's really important that you have follow-up emails for any leads that you generate going back to your video page and back to your application or schedule a call page so that you can maximize your conversions. Another way that you can maximize your conversions is by having retargeting ads. So for retargeting ads, you could retarget people on TikTok and Facebook and things like that. But personally, I really like to use AdRoll for retargeting, and that's all done through AdRoll ads. And it's very cheap to run AdRoll ads. It doesn't really cost more than $5 to $10 a day to appear on thousands of different websites in front of hundreds of different people that have shown an interest in what you do. But out of these two methods, by far the fastest and the best way to get the most conversions is definitely with the follow-up emails. But not just any follow-up emails, it's actually with follow-up emails that focus on creating content that answer questions. So that's why I've actually put here the best and fastest way to maximize your conversions is with content. So this could be blog content or it could be YouTube content. And it has to be content that is specifically designed to both generate leads and convert leads into clients. And if you want to learn more about how to create this content, then watch this video that you see on your screen right now. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.